Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a new episode of Thegullysquad. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everyone had a great day. Is it having a good day on this Sunday? Now, today, we're going to discuss something that, that happened in the news that people should be aware of because it's important. And even though our topics tend to be sometimes serious, and sometimes not so serious, but this one is definitely something that we need to address because it's going to affect the black community. And here at the Thegullysquad Show, we tend to discuss things on our commentaries that affects the black community. Now, of course, it may affect other communities as well, trickle down type shit, but it affects the black community. In this particular case, goddamn it affects the black community. We are going to discuss the case that happened in Texas, where this young man, Botham Jean, who was murdered in his home by a police officer named Amber Geiger. She was convicted. Only got 10 goddamn years, but that's a different story. We'll talk about that another time, but she only got 10 goddamn years. She should get out 20, 30. But she was convicted, and as we know, or some of us know, Botham Jean, that's his name, Botham Jean, his family was very remorseful. But not remorseful in the sense where they were remorseful to, they lost their sibling, their brother, their child. Specifically, the brother of Botham Jean was very remorseful to the goddamn killer, Amber Geiger. And he was proficient in saying how he forgave her during the trial. Now, when I saw that shit, I was heated. Because I knew the implications of him being so goddamn forgiving during a trial of the death of your brother. Now, I'm not going to sit here and criticize him in his religious beliefs, in a sense that, from what he was saying, that he was forgiving to Amber Geiger because his brother was a devout Christian and their family's a devout Christian. I'm not here to judge that. That's not what I'm trying to do here. But at that time and that place, forgiveness needs to be earned. Not just handed out like goddamn candies. I don't agree with that. Like anything else, love, respect, honor, those things are earned. They're not handed out like candies. I have a cat. I actually have multiple cats, But my oldest cat is a black cat. I love my black cat. The smartest cat I've ever had. Goddamn, this cat is brilliant. He acts like he talks. But anyway, when I first got the cat, you had, even though I gave him love and attention, he was still a little standoffish. He was like, I don't know you. I don't know what type of person you are. I had to earn his love. Beautiful cat. And forgiveness is the same way. If you harm someone or you do something wrong, people, usually don't automatically forgive. And they don't automatically forget. If you care for the person, if you have genuine feelings for the individual, then you'll be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to forgive you and move on. If you know that person, if you love that person. In this case, this young man, brother of deceased Botham Jean, his brother said he forgive this woman in court, not knowing her, not having any love for the woman. He doesn't know her, but he forgives her for slaying his brother, not actually knowing her true intentions of murder, which she was convicted of. Now, why are we going through this? Why am I Why am I going through that aspect of the details? Because the real case, the real news of the story is now a judge has ruled that in Dallas, the family can no longer attempt to receive any compensation for the wrongful death of their son, their child, their brother, Botham Jean. Oh, did you hear that? All that goddamn forgiving. See, the court system was playing this like a fiddle. They were playing this situation like a goddamn fiddle, and that family fell for it. They were dancing to that flute. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, they gave the brother a honorary $30 crap award, saying he was, he was a good person for forgiving Amber Geiger and da-da-da, while at the same time they were shaking their head. Yeah, we're gonna give you this crappy ass $30 award, but you ain't getting shit. You ain't getting a goddamn dime from the city of Dallas. But here's your award, sucker, chump. And this is what they get. This is what they get for being ignorant. And I say it again. Now, I have respect for the dead. And I do have respect in a sense where you can't judge people's by their hearts and how they feel regarding their religious beliefs. And if they truly did forgive him, I'm not upset about that. But there's a time and a place. And during that court proceedings regarding the death of their son, they should have put a tape around that goddamn boy's mouth talking about how much forgiveness he had. Yes, you could forgive, but that takes time. That takes a level of understanding, and it takes time. Your brother hasn't even been buried. His body's not even cold yet, and you're talking about forgiveness. Well, Dallas, the city of Dallas, ain't forgiven anything. You're not getting a goddamn dime. So now they're going for appeal because they were slapped with a judgment. You cannot sue us. Well, shit, you were feeling since you have a forgiveness heart, you don't need any money. Yeah. She was working. She was a police department. And usually when these cases, because we don't really get a lot of convictions. Let's be honest, folks. We don't really get a lot of convictions of black males getting murdered by the police. That's number one. But at the same time, when we don't get those convictions, usually there's a settlement. There's a couple of lawyers and and they settle the case. And the city winds up paying wrongful death situations. Okay. It happens a lot. A lot of times, when you see the family getting a little quiet, there's some money coming around. There's some check that's going to be paid. And the city usually pays it. A little hush money, a little money. Okay. It happens. Oh, it happens a lot. More than you know. But in this particular situation, the family, they did themselves in. Excuse me. They did themselves in and hugging Amber Geiger. They did themselves in by saying they forgive her and that. Matter of fact, I'm going to say this. Goddamn, I'm going to say it. You're going to get this heat. You're going to get this work. I'm kind of surprised they, through the stunt that they did with all this forgiveness crap during the court procedures, I'm surprised they actually still convicted her. Now, what I am not surprised, and you're going to hear it first. What I'm not surprised, if she gets something happens in her appeal, and she doesn't even do 2-3 years. You heard it. I will not be surprised because of this judgment now that the city of Dallas just did. I will not be surprised upon appeal that she gets off. This is what I forgive you crap gets you. Now, once again, I am not judging this man's heart, his integrity. God damn it, I'm not doing that. But once again, there's a time and a place. There's a time and a place. And now, black people, we will look at this case as an example. We will look at this case as a blueprint of what not to do. On that note, I bid you peace. On that note, family, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Support the Gully Squad at patreon.com. And remember, we are one.